Are we going to try again? One more time. Okay, we're going to keep on trying. We're not going to give up. We are going to get this message out there. We're going to try again, everyone. We are trying to do our Facebook Lives from now on my Mac. And we are going to talk about, I just want to put something on here for Dr. Julia, definitely. We'll load the previous one again. We are going to talk about bulimia, the eating disorder of bulimia, and Dr. Julia and I have started talking about it, and we will do a recap again. I want to read to the viewers what the dictionary says about bulimia. Bulimia is an emotional disorder characterized by a distorted body image and an obsessive desire to lose weight, in which bouts of extreme overeating are followed by fasting or self-induced vomiting or purging. Okay, that's the definition of bulimia. Now we're going to do the definition of anorexia, because we are going to talk about these eating disorders for the rest of the month until everybody has awareness about it. Let me see. Okay. Anorexia, a lack or loss of appetite for food, an emotional disorder characterized by an obsessive desire to lose weight by refusing to eat. Okay, so bulimia is when you overeat and then you vomit it out afterwards, and anorexia is when you completely stop eating. And both, as you say, is psychological disorders. But we are now going to again let Dr. Julia just quickly explain to us the physical impact that excessive vomiting or purging has on the body. So you've now said to us, it affects your hormones, it affects your endocrine system, it affects your brain.
Brain functions, yes, because now your body does not have enough nutrients to build neurotransmitters, hormones, to provide enough circulation, lymphatic drainage. And actually that's why it is poor memory, bad concentration, very weak muscles, stop menstruation, or some other, it could be thyroid gland problems started as well. Overactive or underactive thyroid gland, and actually also all fertility problems started already, and it just started. After that, when it's prolonged, for example, months and months, people start to be like they don't recognize presence. You see, they're like not in a clear mind already. They're completely, they have low motivation, depression, they have bad sleep, and the chronic fatigue syndrome. And it's everything because now you don't have enough nutrients. And when you do all this physical action to vomit, and actually it's very big strength for your diaphragm, for your solar plexus. Solar plexus is extremely important for our abdomen organs, for liver, for gallbladder, for stomach, for pancreas. And actually when solar plexus is always in a spasm, it's a big tension in the digestive organs. And actually, of course, it's no any stool constipation, extremely pain here, your esophagus. That's why in the future it could be hernia. We say that esophagus hernia,
Yes.
yeah, because you're always in the tension, and your acidity in your high acidity in your stomach, because now you don't use your stomach enzymes to digest your food. Actually, destroyed your mucus layer in the esophagus and in stomach, and the ulcers. It means in the future it could be ulcers, and very bad situation when it's bleeding ulcers. That's why actually it's going deeper and deeper and deeper. Your body starts to be destroying all physical levels. Plus your brain still in that trauma to lose the weight more and more. And actually these people completely lose their personalities.
They lose
Themselves, yes.
So what you are saying is we have stomach acid, and that's we have that we have a valve that closes it, and then we have what you say our esophagus,
yes.
and then we have obviously our mouth area. So if we continuously vomit,
Yes,
we start to burn. We start to
Acidity,
burn.
acid starts to burn.
And the inside of the teeth,
inside of the teeth,
deteriorates.
mouth, it is ulcers, fungus infection. It starts to be like very painful mouth, and actually it could burn everything. The whole respiratory system. That is why it could be not problem to breathe, but it could be also like painful, pain everywhere, inflammation, because acidity burns and destroy all cells.
So what you're basically doing is when you constantly vomit on purpose and purge your body, you're actually killing yourself slowly.
Yes.
Am I understanding you correctly?
Yes.
So it's very easy for us to now frighten everybody and go into fear mode, because we know when there's addiction, the addict knows what I'm doing is going to kill me at the end. But because there's an emotional root, they carry on. But it's important for us to always empower and inform our viewers and our clients to know that when I am choosing to put my body through something, there's going to be consequences. Now, Dr. Julia is a medical doctor. I'm a wellness practitioner. And we work in the hospital, we work with patients. And before we go into the emotional part of today's talk, I'm going to talk very straight about one of the greatest gifts that can be bestowed upon a person. And it's not winning the lotto, it's being healthy. So we see sick people the whole day. We work in hospitals, in the practice, in centers or wherever, where we have to help people who are extremely sick. And let me tell you something today. Your health is your greatest wealth. And not until we become ill in such a way where it completely destroys your life will we truly understand the value of a healthy body. And if you are consciously, on purpose, harming your body, what are you doing? What are you doing?
You are killing yourself.
You are killing yourself. You are actually committing suicide. You are committing suicide. And we need to become very aware of this. So before we go into the emotional part, it's a very straight talk today. But I really want parents to listen to this talk today and teachers, because the teenagers and the youth, female population, girls, are continuously busy with body shaming, bullying, bulimia, and we need to, as mothers, sisters, friends, we need to start addressing this in ourselves and in our children and in our daughters and in our sons, because it is about body wellness and body image. Are you truly happy when you are a number 8? Are you truly happy when you're a perfect 10? Think about the times in your life where you were very, very sexy, very well built, before the triplets were born, maybe going to the gym 3 times a week. I was maybe 10 kilograms lighter than now. Were we truly happy? Does a sexy body truly make you happy?
No.
Is this what life is about? So we are not saying be an overweight, obese person that cannot fit in the aeroplane seat, where your knees get hurt and your heart has to work hard. This is not what we are saying. We are asking the viewers this morning to please go within and ask yourself, if you look at your wedding photos, where you were starving yourself for 4 weeks before the wedding, trying to be sexy, and after your child was born, you are upset because you've gained 12 kilograms and you lose the weight. Were you truly happy? Is happiness truly linked to a sexy body, to a number 8 or a number 10?
It is illusion which society now shows us on the magazines, in their shows and everything. They taught us, they program us in this way, unfortunately.
Yes.
Because everything what you can see, beautiful body, beautiful shape on the TV, but you don't see what inside that person alone, poor, struggle with certain diseases, can't sleep, depressed, and taking a lot of medications. We don't know about this. This is illusion. Oh yeah, that is why what we create, we don't see real insight what person is going through. That's why we need to destroy this illusion and understand happiness. Actually, we need to talk also more about that. What does it mean, happiness? It's not only money, it's not only body, beautiful body, it's something different.
Because true happiness has nothing to do with your external world. Why are we giving people the power over us? Why are we doing this? Why am I relying on you to regulate for me if I'm sexy or not?
Because they did not taught us everybody is unique. You need to find your unique inside and be proud of that, accept of this. But they created certain schablons, yes, that you how everybody must supposed to be. What does it mean? Supposed to be happy, have a kids, have career, have a beautiful body, have a work, have a husband. If you're not married and you're not having kids before 30 years, you are not successful woman. All this what they taught us, it's not really true. That's why they program us nicely. That's why physical, beautiful body, it must be healthy body. But when you're vomiting, you're not beautiful.
No, and you know what? We need to start educating our children. And we need to start talking about this.
But first we need to educate ourselves first.
Yes. And we need to come to a point where we need to learn to be honest. Honest with ourselves. If I am now 16 and at school, and all my friends are vomiting, and if I don't also go and vomit with my friends, I'm not going to be in that group. I'm not going to be accepted there. What lesson is this for you as a 16-year-old young person? Do you need to hurt yourself and deny who you are to fit in with friends? Are you truly going to be happy if this is the type of friends and friendship group that you want to be in that don't accept you for who you are? Then I would rather not have friends. But yes. I am not going to vomit every day to be accepted by other people. If you can't love me, Dr. Julia, as your friend, as I am, for the woman I am, for what contribution I can be to you, I don't want to be your friend. Yes. Are you truly being a contribution to the planet by being thin and putting your finger in your throat? And this is all I want to ask. This is all I want to ask. We need to go and think. We need to think about things in life. We need to start becoming aware and honest and have these discussions, because this is what we need to teach ourselves and what we need to teach our children. Now, I'm going to ask my front desk after this Facebook Live to go and look for a photo of Princess Diana. Oh, I love that woman. Go and look for a photo of her when she was young, when she married Prince Charles and in the time Prince William was born, because that was the time where her bulimia was the worst. And then go and look for a photo of her in the time where she divorced Prince Charles. There's a specific photo where she was wearing a sexy black dress and she got out of the car. They actually call it the revenge outfit. We are going to put those two photos on the page, on our Comadam page. And I want everyone to start looking at those photos with awareness. Go and look how beautiful Princess Diana became when she took her power, when she stopped being unhappy, when she decided she was responsible for her own happiness, when she stopped the bulimia and she started eating well and she started exercising and she started to take charge of her life versus the time when she was young. And the pressure of society was too much on her and no one gave her support. And her bulimia was a cry for help. It was a cry for help and no one helped her. And one day, Princess Diana woke up and she said, no one is helping me. No one is making my pain better. No one is supporting me through this. I am going to have to start today to make the change in my life for myself. And this is what we need to understand. Princess Diana she's an example to us as women, showing us how you need to take responsibility for your own happiness and for your own life. And she's the perfect example of, even if you're a princess with a fairy tale wedding, living in a castle with a prince, it doesn't make you happy. Happiness comes from here. That is what it's about. Now, Dr. Julia, let's talk about how we can support people who are struggling with bulimia and how can we get them through this.
You see, each physical problems, it could be different reasons. That's why when I see clients, I test them through the bulimia frequencies, and I can see why they can't accept themselves, because it is a liver, gallbladder, uterus. It's problems in the family, problems with opposite sex, and it's problems with the self-acceptance, because it could be many different reasons. That's why we need to find reason. Everybody will have his own reason. And after, of course, do access bar also to see the trauma which can lead connect with the bulimia. That's why we need to find the root problems. Without it, it will carry on. These people actually, unfortunately, can't help themselves.
No.
That's why you don't need to wait that one day your daughter or your sister stop to do it. Don't wait, it will be too late. That's why you need to find the root problems. Certain specialist must help you. It could be psychologist, but the problem with it's my opinion.
Of course.
They might, because they could open this trauma from childhood, but they don't know how to heal it, how to help person to go through this trauma and finish this trauma like nothing left in the body. But certain different therapies like access bar and my therapy, they can finish this trauma and completely heal that you will never come back to that point.
You see, it's about body work. So we need to work on the body. You can have drips. We can go on your remedies, we can run the bars, and then we have a program where the parents can support the children at home. So it's a whole holistical approach that we can do. The main thing is, remember, any eating disorder, any addiction is ultimately about control. And remember what we said last week. Control stems from fear. It's fear. Again, it's fear. Fear of not being accepted. Fear of not being good enough. Fear about being pushed out in society. It's about fear. So the fear needs to be addressed. So when I overeat and I vomit, I feel they will accept me. I will be in the friendship circle. I will be good looking. Society will accept me. Boys will be interested in me. And my friends will say I am okay. I will not be overweight or fat or ugly or be made fun of. This is all symptoms. What is the root? The root is fear. And when you go and you vomit, besides the fact that the body has released, the adrenaline also releases, and there is this euphoria or calmness of release where the dopamine is induced and goes over the body, and for that moment the fear is gone. That's why people do drugs. That's why people drink excessive alcohol, because there's pain, and the pain is because of the fear. And when I vomit, or when I do drugs, or when I take alcohol, or when I shop, or when I have an intimate time with someone, or when I take my car and I go for a nice drive, or when I go to the casino and gamble and I win, for that moment the body makes dopamine, and that dopamine numbs the pain. So it is a lifetime of learning to address my fear and to address my pain in a healthy way. Because today I am 40, you are 36, we are still in our prime. Why are we so focused on wellness? Because when I'm 70 and 80, I don't want to live a life of illness where I have no dignity. Yes, we have no control. We don't know what might happen. But every day I will take responsibility in integrity and ask myself, how is my body a contribution? How am I being a contribution? So this is not the last talk about body wellness, body image, body shaming, how I see myself, and where happiness comes from. Next week we are going to talk about anorexia, and I truly wish and hope that everybody watching this video will share it far and wide for everyone to see, so that we may create an awareness for people to start addressing their pain?
Yes, it's a difficult, but parents must talk with their kids, and this is more for parents. I would tell you, it's first step.
Yes, and just to end off with, parents, also be very careful when you want to put your children on diets from a young age, or when you maybe have children that are more fuller than other children, children that might be a bigger body size than other children from a small age. We as mothers are talking and creating in the lives of our children. And there are various ways that we can help these children without harming them here, which will cause them in their teenage years to lash out. And the teenage years are difficult. In access bars, there's a bar that we run right here behind the ear. And we call that access bar, we call it kindness, gratitude, peace and calm. It's the kindness bar. So when you touch the head there, the brain starts running on that frequency. And in the bars, the Dr. Dane here and Gary Douglas, they developed the bars, they call it the teenager bar. And they say when you run your teenagers bars once a week, they become less obnoxious for 6 days. So we know that the teenage years are stressful for parents. But please understand, it's also very stressful for your teenager. It's not easy to be a teenager. It's not, especially not in today's time with all the social media and the phones and the technology that we have. So we all need to have more compassion for one another and learn and investigate and expand our awareness to see what can I do to empower my teenager.
Good. Yes, I think it's very deep and cover problems. Now let's just open this problem that it exists and tell that we have this problem in society. Let's not hide it because it's many years was hiding. Let's work on it.
There's nothing to be ashamed about. Well, at Kormadin, there's absolutely nothing to be ashamed about. Because the minute it's out in the open and you can acknowledge it, that's when your life changes. So what can we do to have a life with ease, joy and glory? And we will put a beautiful affirmation on the wall also today that says, a healthy, happy, strong, lean, energetic body comes to me with ease and joy and glory. So everybody have a blessed week and take care of each other and take care of yourselves. Thank you, my friend, for today and for walking this journey with us. And we will see everyone next week. We will be talking about anorexia. Thank you, everyone. Ek het hulle nou goed uitgepraat. It's fine.